One championship was this past weekend, and we saw Eddie Alvarez and Demetrious Johnson in action, both obviously past UFC alumni. Demetrious Johnson's fight ended via knee to a ground opponent, which has been all the rage in the UFC the last couple of months, but in one championship, that's legal. So Demetrious Johnson KO'd, or TKO'd, by a knee whilst he was just about to get up from a scramble. He was caught as he came in, dropped, as he was about to get out, knee, finished. So all fair and square, and kind of a little bit disappointing for Demetrious, I guess. He's their big marquee signing. Obviously, they traded for Ben Askren a while ago. And I think it's probably fair to say that he hasn't really reached the heights that he did in the UFC. Let's say that, because that's probably extremely accurate for me to say. The Eddie Alvarez one, he was disqualified due to punches to the back of the head. And there's two ways to look at this. Yes, he punched the guy in the back of the head a lot. That did happen. But it was, I say it wasn't intentional. It wasn't really intentional, but Eddie Alvarez should know where his position is. His opponent's got his hand over his ear. He's on his head. So he can figure out where his opponent is. And he kept punching him. I don't have a problem at all with that disqualification, because that's the letter of the law. That's how that works. My problem is with the law. And we see this in football a lot at the moment, is with VAR and how close the offsides can be. I don't have a problem with it, because offside is offside. Yes, it might be that much, but it's offside. If you don't like the outcome, change the rule. And this is the same with what I'm going to say about this. If you don't like the fact Eddie Alvarez got disqualified, change the rule. And my suggestion would be for the referee to decide whether or not that person is intelligently defending themselves. Because what's happening at the moment is that guy was getting punched, and to stop himself getting punched, he just presented the back of his head, which isn't intelligently defending yourself. So I don't think Eddie Alvarez should be punished for that. It's not like Eddie Alvarez pounced on him and punched him in the back of the head. That guy didn't like the position he was in, couldn't get out of it, so just turned his head away. And that is a problem for me. But that's not what the rule says. The rule says you punch in the back of the head, obviously you can get a point taken away. And as we saw in more severe circumstances, you can get disqualified. I think that should be up to the referee's discretion, and he should be able to award a TKO there. We saw this with JDS versus Cyril Gane, because Cyril Gane landed an elbow on JDS that hit JDS in the back of the head. And the only reason it hit JDS in the back of the head is because he turned away after receiving a few shots. He didn't like it. That's not a defence. That's not intelligently defending yourself, and you should be able to be TKO'd from it, in my opinion. What do you think? Am I talking rubbish? I think I'm talking sense.